And welcome back, everyone. Welcome back. We just wrapped up with our last ZVT. Oh, sorry, never mind. Our second ZVT of the night. We have one more after this series, but Beyond did advance on over Dark in a 3-1 fashion with a very, very impressive play. Meanwhile, we have a PvP before us, and feels good, man. It always feels good to see like MaxPax again, to see him ecstatic and happy on cameras. I remember the last time we saw him, he was smoging a little bit. He was stressed out in the group stage, but good to see that he has a kick in his step. And here we go in the bottom right hand corner. We have the Korean Protoss herO. And in the top left hand corner for Sidestorm Gaming, we have the Danish Protoss player. It is MaxPax. Oh, so happy. It's wholesome, Poppy. It's wholesome. I don't know. I just, love seeing the emotion from the players. And, it's one of those things where, like, you get to appreciate the cameras that we get as well for this event. It's not something that we get too often, right? Sure, we get them for IEM and for Dream Hacks. But even for an online event like Masters Coliseum, they're even able to bring that together as well. So shout out to the WTL admins, the organizers, the production that they put in, the effort that they put into these events is always high quality. So much love to them. As we are getting into our next game here, we have gate expand setups from both of our players. As to be expected, we are on Babylon, so it is very safe, very, again, natural to go for these economic-based openers here in a PvP. And we'll see if we commit to that or if either one of our players decides to go for something a little bit more aggressive. So far, both players just getting ready for set expansions, going to be tasing each other away as well. I think we lost in-game sound. Or it's just very low. Did we lose music? Oh. Yeah, we did. Not like this, Poppy. Not like this. But we are getting ready for this, and so far we have a Zealot on the way from both players. It looks like both herO and MaxPax are looking to expand, and of course, take control of their natural bases. No one is rushing into a Stargate first. The gases have been taken, so they have the opportunity to do so, and it looks like herO may be looking. Yep, there we go. We do have a Stargate first from both players, both MaxPax and herO. And both players see this as well. There we go. The sound is back. I am concerned. Why am I concerned? The last time we saw a big PvP with MaxPax, it was MaxPax versus Showtime a couple of weeks ago. Last week, actually, Masters Coliseum group stage. And if you remember if you remember MaxPax versus Showtime, it was Phoenix v Phoenix every game. Every single game, it was Phoenix versus Phoenix, and we could end up in that direction again because both players, they see each other's Stargates. They know how risky it is to go for an Oracle first, which means there's a high chance that both players go for Phoenixes. Let's have a look. There we go. Phoenix from MaxPax, and from herO, nothing. Oh, he's supply blocked. God damn. There we go. It's an Oracle. He's crazy, Bobby. He's crazy. And MaxPax confirms that as well with the Adept. So, very bold move. A very bold move here from herO. Throwing caution to the wind and going for the Oracle first here, despite the fact that Phoenixes have hit the field. So we'll see if he can get any damage done. His goal is to bypass the Phoenixes and get across the map. Meanwhile, MaxPax is getting top of the Stalker. The first Stalker that is out is taking a lot of hits already, but good kiting from herO. He's able to chip away at that Zealot. First Oracle has arrived, but it looks like MaxPax has found the Oracle. He forces a recall. The Oracle goes back into the main. Oh, and herO does at least keep the Oracle alive. He's going into Phoenixes himself, but he's behind in the Phoenix count. Oh, as we already have 2 Phoenixes here in the main base. Shield batteries is running out of energy. Additional Phoenixes are on the way. herO trying to assert himself here with Stalkers across the map instead. Warp Gate is delayed for MaxPax, as he's committing to mass Phoenixes, and that means that he is a little bit vulnerable here. But MaxPax with one defensive Stalker is going to be able to hold on to his natural. He is going to be able to hold. He catches the Stalkers in the center of the map. MaxPax does have a little momentum going his way. He's going to be able to shut down these units. herO going to try to come in with his own Phoenixes, but alas, he is down in the Phoenix count. He will lose everything. And this may just be too much. This may be snowballing out of control. In a mirror matchup, you can't afford these losses. herO, he's doubling down. He's going for a second Stargate. So I assumed that it would be going into Phoenix Wars. The Oracle first kind of, you know, subverted my expectations. But with that second Stargate, herO, he's doubling down. It is Phoenix v Phoenix. The Phoenix Wars are upon us. We saw a lot of it last week with MaxPax versus Showtime, and we're seeing it again here with herO versus MaxPax as well. Again, you just have to. But herO is playing from behind. herO, he's already playing from a Phoenix deficit, and it may just be too much. Like, God, that is such a massive disparity in Phoenixes. herO is making 2 at a time faster to make up for it, but MaxPax isn't too far behind with his own. He catches another Phoenix. He's camping the production. And this may just be a slow death for herO. He's trying to catch some reinforcements, but MaxPax, he's able to read his movements, keeps up. At least MaxPax is being dragged away from the production, so herO can build himself back up. But, I mean, MaxPax, he catches the Phoenix, he heals too, and this is just becoming too much damage. herO, even though he gives himself some breathing room, he still loses 2 Phoenixes. Gateway goes down across the map. Shield battery is not... Oh, there is a shield battery in position. There is an overcharge. Oh, as MaxPax is just bullying herO here on his 2 bases. Overcharge is popped. It's not going to be enough here. The DPS is too damn high. Phoenix count is reset. Probes are going down. And this is just how Phoenix v Phoenix works. If things snowball too much in one direction, then it's just so difficult to recover from that. MaxPax behind this, he's getting into a fleet beacon. He's going to be getting into Phoenix range. He's still keeping the production, and there is nothing that herO can do about this. GG gets called, and MaxPax will take game number 1. GG. And a lot of this is on herO. A big reason as to why things snowballed in favor of MaxPax is that herO was crazy enough to go Oracle first. And look, from the get-go, he was behind in the Phoenix count, and, you know, that's all that matters. That is all that matters here in the matchup. And with that, MaxPax, he takes the first game, but it's the best of 5. It is the best of 5. We have plenty of games ahead of us. Here we go. Game number 2 is going to be taking place on Dragon Scales. Another map with a ramp. So we could be seeing Gate Expands again. We could be seeing Phoenixes again. It is all possible. Here we go. And, yeah, we'll see how herO can bring this back. I mean, obviously, herO, he's an amazing player. He's an amazing, beautiful player, and if anyone can, he can, of course. But he needs to respect his opponent. He needs to respect MaxPax here. Like, if we're seeing Stargate versus Stargate openers, herO, he can't be cheeky. He can't take a risk of going for an Oracle like that. It is not something you want to be doing. It's not something you can afford to do here against a player of the caliber of MaxPax. Otherwise, he will punish you oh so hard. Oh so hard. As we saw. As we saw. So we'll see. Again, Dragon Scales is another smaller map. You can be quite aggressive on it. I wouldn't be surprised if herO does go for a 1-base all-in at some point this series. It is definitely part of herO's MO. Again, he is known for his aggression, more than willing to do so here against MaxPax. And we are getting ready here for our game. The lobby has been set, and we are loading in. And in the bottom right-hand corner, we have for DKZ, herO. Oh, that's a big close-up. And in the top left-hand corner, we have for Coliseum Gaming, MaxPax. Oh, another big close-up. My God. Calm down. So we are getting into this. Once again, Gate Expand setups here from our players, as to be expected. As we mentioned earlier, there are certain maps in the map pool that have ramps coming into the natural, and that is why Protoss players feel safe enough to go for a single gate opener into a Nexus. Again, that ramp does give you a massive defensive advantage, and it does mean that you can defend against 2 gate openers quite easily and get into a more economic game instead. Now, we did see the same thing last game, and because both players were doing such a great job at delaying each other's Nexus, and because both players went for faster gases or faster second gas geysers, they were able to get into Stargates. And the same may occur here in Game 2. So far, so good. So it is something to bear in mind. It is something to be aware of here. As there we go, second gases are being taken from both players. Cybercores are on the way. Zealots are in production. A little bit of a supply block here, but Zealots are on the way nonetheless. From at least herO and MaxPax as well. And because they've already taken their second gases, they have the option, they have the opportunity here to throw down their Stargates. Once they have the gas for it, of course. For now, we can see both players just being as annoying as possible, trying to delay the expansion, trying to fake out their opponent, and even scout the tech. And there it is, Stargate gets thrown down for both herO and MaxPax. And once again, both players see this. With their scouting probes, they are both aware of the Stargates. herO, this time, shouldn't make an Oracle. We should be getting into Phoenix Wars again. That's just the nature of this kind of dynamic. That's the nature of this mirror matchup. If we go into Stargates like this, we should be seeing Phoenixes. We've seen what happens if you don't. But here we go. We'll see what kind of direction this goes in. Both players are taking control of their natural bases. herO is moving out with his first Stalker, I believe. I think it's a Stalker. Or Probe. Adept, sorry. There we go. Is moving out with his first Adept. We have a Phoenix on the way from herO, a Phoenix from MaxPax. The Phoenix production has commenced. We're getting into this PvP. Let's go. But I appreciate that herO, he's respecting MaxPax a little bit more this time. He's, understood that he can't be cheeky, he can't get away with an Oracle first, and he's not going to try. With the Adept, herO does confirm as well that there is a Phoenix in production and already at home. So he's aware that MaxPax isn't cutting corners either, and he's not trying to rush into Phoenixes. So Phoenix production is well underway. And who shoots first? Oh, it's looking a little bit in favor of MaxPax there as herO does back off. Second Stargate is on the way for herO. Second Stargate on the way for MaxPax. Again, this is going to be Mass Phoenix versus Mass Phoenix. Again, just because of how the openers turned out, this is just the way that things have to go. If they weren't mirrored openers and if they didn't rush into the Stargates, then we could be seeing something different. And I expect to be seeing different builds later on in this series, especially in game number 2, when we don't have these ramps at the natural. But again, just because of the openers themselves, this is kind of the direction that things have to go. Because again, mate, if you stop making Phoenixes, you die. That's just how... Oh. So yeah, both players are just going to be building up their Phoenix count. Eventually, we'll see if anyone rushes into a Fleet Beacon. It's always a really risky thing to do, to rush into a Fleet Beacon. It's risky because it's a lot of gas and it can disrupt your overall Phoenix production as you start working towards Phoenix range and Anion Pulse Crystals. Likewise, another important structure that we can go for as we get into our third bases is a Forge. The Forge helps a little bit with upgrades, but mainly it's for cannons. We need that Forge for cannons, which will help add DPS and give you a big defensive advantage back at home at your third base. Shield batteries, they help out as well. Shield batteries, they aren't as impactful. Overcharge can sway a battle in your favor, depending on your control. Ooh, good counterattack. Adepts do slip in. 2 workers go down. Very nicely done here by herO. Meanwhile, back at home, herO, he is the first to go for a 3rd Stargate. Meanwhile, MaxPax, he's staying on double Stargate and going for a Fleet Beacon instead. So we do have a difference here in overall kind of outlooks on this matchup. herO is going to have more Phoenixes. MaxPax will have less Phoenixes, but he'll have the better upgrades. He'll have range. So as a result, herO will have a stronger spike early on, because he will be able to get up to a higher Phoenix count before MaxPax can kick in with Annual Pulse Crystals. So there's going to be a window. There's going to be a window here where herO just has a larger Phoenix count, has a Phoenix lead, but that window is soon about to close. There it is. Phoenix range is on the way. It's being chronoed as we speak. Still not done though. So again, before it finishes, herO can try to take advantage of MaxPax. The problem is that herO doesn't know. herO hasn't seen the Fleet Beacon. He doesn't know that Phoenix range is on the way. He doesn't know that he's about to be behind when it comes to the quality of his army. If he did, I think he would be more assertive. I think he would be more in MaxPax's face. And here we go. herO, he's working on his third. Likewise, so is MaxPax. I appreciate that MaxPax is taking the forward base, because it is going to be more of a launch pad for his army. But herO, he avoids the main army of MaxPax. He goes for the mineral line, and likewise, so will MaxPax. Both players are going to be losing a lot of workers. The production also being camped. There we go. 12 probes go down. Likewise, 17 for 17 here, as both players are just wreaking havoc in each other's bases. But now herO knows. As he heads into the natural, he sees a Fleet Beacon. He sees that it is no longer researching, so he knows now that his opponent does have better range than he does. But now it comes down to the army supplies. herO is still ahead in Phoenixes. He's camping the production, picking off whatever he can. I think he has like maybe 2 more Phoenixes than his opponent, I want to say. But here we go. herO, he's turning back around. He's coming back home, and the Phoenixes are about to run into each other. MaxPax has to consolidate his army, and he does. He brings everything together. Again, MaxPax, he's down in the army supply, but he has Phoenix range, so he can potentially take a better fight. herO knows that. He's going to avoid the fight. He's going to avoid it entirely. Here we go. We can see herO has 20 Phoenixes. MaxPax has 18. So if herO can close the distance, if he can get on top of the army, then he can take a better fight. Meanwhile, MaxPax going to be camping the production here at the natural. And here we go. The armies, they engage. herO, he does close the distance. He gets on top of the army. It looks like things are snowballing out of control in favor of herO. He takes down so many Phoenixes. 2 Phoenixes sometimes is all it takes. GG gets called, and herO takes game number 2. Whew. GG. Again, herO very quickly dove on the army. MaxPax, he was like 1 or 2 seconds late to react. Basically, what happened is that both Phoenixes, or both armies, they have the same speed. So once herO closed the gap, it didn't matter that you had range. It didn't matter that you could shoot from further away, because they were right next to each other. And the distance between those Phoenixes would not change. And herO was able to just overcome MaxPax with that slight Phoenix lead and snowball that into a victory. GG. GG, well played. Oof. And now we're getting into game 3. We're getting into our we're getting into altitude. Altitude, of course, being another map that has a ramp into the natural, which means we should be seeing gate expands, which means we may see Phoenix Wars again. We did see a fist bump. We saw a bit of a shake, a head shake from MaxPax. It happens. You know, it can be sometimes frustrating when you know that like you have a certain advantage, you have a certain lead, like you know that like you can. I mean, you force the base rate, of course, as well, but alas, did slip through his fingers in the end. But herO, very important for him to gain a little bit of momentum. And as we talk about the map, again, altitude is a very large map. I would say probably a pretty good map for Phoenixes overall. We could see a 1-base all-in, but we should be seeing gate expand openers once again. And I wouldn't be surprised if we have Stargates. Let's find out. See how we go. As spawning in the top right-hand corner for DragonKy Gaming, it is herO. And spawning in the bottom left-hand corner from Denmark for Psystorm Gaming, it is MaxPax. Here we go. All right. So, once again, another map that has a ramp leading into the natural. So, gate expands are on the way for both herO and MaxPax. We'll be keeping our eye on the gases. We'll be keeping an eye on the probes as well, to see if we go for a more economic opener or if we head up into Phoenixes once again. For now, things are going to be calming down, settling down after an intense game 2. Came down to the wire, came down to one big fight, as usually does happen with Phoenix v Phoenix, with those Phoenix Wars. herO going to be getting across the map, scouting his opponents. Likewise, so is MaxPax. And once again, the dance has begun. Both players are taking both gases, which means we should be seeing Stargate firsts. It's happening again. Oh boy. As I say that, we do see herO going for his Zealot at home. Yeah, there we go. MaxPax going for his own Zealot. Gases are now done. With the completion and prioritization of these gases, we should be looking to get a Stargate first. herO does have the money for a faster Nexus, though. And, oh, bold move! herO, he cancels his Zealot. He's going for a faster Nexus. Okay. Meanwhile, MaxPax goes for the Stargate. Okay. We have a game on our hands. We do have a game. We do have a divergence here in build as well. So herO, he will have a better economy. MaxPax, though, he is going to be focusing a little bit more on said army. Does have his first Stargate on the way. Additional shield batteries are being thrown down, and MaxPax throwing down his own pylon, his own shield batteries as well, trying to wreak some havoc, trying to disrupt the natural base of herO. Again, herO is taking the role of the defender, MaxPax being the aggressor. Another shield battery is thrown down. The goal is, of course, to support this Zealot and the Adept that's coming across the map. MaxPax has arrived, chipping away at that shield battery. Likewise, herO trying to deal with the shield batteries as well in his main. Sorry, in his natural. And it takes a long time for Adepts to kill things. And there we go. We now have 2 defensive Adepts here for herO. Phoenix is on the way, being chronoed out. And Phoenix isn't really going to be able to help too much. We do have an Oracle on the way behind this from MaxPax. But, yeah, I think it is on the way towards the main base. Adepts are going to be facing off. And the Oracle is making a beeline for the main of herO. herO, does he have anything in the main? Does he have it? Okay, he has a shield battery. Okay. He does have a shield battery. Is going to buy time. One probe does go down, but the Phoenixes arrive, and this Oracle is not long for this role. It does get a second probe. But herO survives. Again, what's important, herO did have the faster Nexus, so even though herO lost 3 probes, he's, even in workers. I would say ahead at the moment, just because MaxPax, he invested a lot in shield batteries, and he invested a lot in just static defense across the map, and that's all going to be cleaned up. Meanwhile, back at home, MaxPax is getting into a second Stargate, getting into mass Phoenix production, and herO should be doing the same. His second Stargate is late, but he does have initially a higher Phoenix count, so it should be okay. Both players should have comparable Phoenix counts, comparable armies. Oh, I don't know if I like this. herO, he's working on a Twilight Council. Okay. With that, he can get into DTs. I do think that DTs would be a good way to harass and cripple the economy of MaxPax while he defends with Phoenixes. I prefer the idea of DTs over something like Blink Stalkers. I don't think going for a ground transition like this is going to be the wisest of choices, but we'll see. We'll see what herO does with this Twilight Council. Until then, just a beautiful pirouette with these Phoenixes. Making circles, making donuts in the front lawn. Beautiful. Max actually behind this, making 2 Phoenixes at a time. There is that Dark Shrine. So again, I do like this from herO. I do think that Phoenix DT is a good choice. But this is going to eat into the Phoenix count of herO. And it does mean that there's going to be a window of opportunity where MaxPax could snowball out of control. He Does catch the Adepts. MaxPax is going to be moving out. herO. Did he not get a second Stargate? I thought he did. If he didn't, this may just be it. This may just be over. Yeah, as MaxPax is going to be able to camp the production. Yeah, I apologize. I thought we had a second Stargate from herO, but maybe he canceled it. I swear I saw it in production. Probes are going to be going down for both players. MaxPax taking a massive Phoenix lead. And the Dark Shrine has been spotted, has been scouted. We can see MaxPax working on a defensive rowboat, on a forge for cannons, for observers. herO is camping the production, but MaxPax is still making 2 Phoenixes at a time. And I think it may just be as simple as that. Like, herO, he cancels the Dark Shrine, is going for Blink Stalkers instead. A bold move by herO. He knows that he cannot catch up in Phoenixes, not anymore. But herO's economy is being crippled. Likewise, so is MaxPax, to be fair. I appreciate the proxy pylon, but MaxPax does recall back home. Oh god! Oh, and this may just be it. herO, he gets caught out. 2, 3, 4 Phoenixes. Every Phoenix is going to fall. herO, he loses his army. A big misstep from our Korean Protoss player. herO, he plummets in supply. And MaxPax is going for a big counterattack. We do have Stalkers on the way. But Stalkers, they don't have Blink yet. They're going to have a really hard time keeping up with the army of MaxPax. And MaxPax back at home, he's making Immortals. More probes are going down. Oh, so many workers in the main. Now, can herO pull off this all-in? herO, he's 2-base all-in. He's just doubling down here on Mass Stalker. Is it going to be enough? A proxy location has been scouted. MaxPax knows. Now, MaxPax did just spend a lot of resources, a lot of energy across the map harassing, so he doesn't have a lot left over. These Stalkers, they can still bust in. Here we go. We dive on the Immortal. Is it going to be enough? Can we kill the Immortal? It looks like... Oh, one more volley. No, the Immortal refuses to die. Finally, it goes down. But the Phoenixes, they return back home. Overcharge still putting in a lot of work as well. Does herO have enough? Is MaxPax going to run out of energy? Another Immortal arrives. Yeah, MaxPax, he does hold. herO, he's down in workers, he's down in army supply. He's making 4 Stalkers at a time. He could maybe make this work again if the Phoenixes aren't able to lift anything up. And hey, as we can see, they're out of energy. Oh, no, never mind. The last Immortal goes down. Oh, it looks like we're going to be depowering the Robo. More Stalkers are on the way. Can herO barely pull this off? He doesn't have the best economy. He can only warp in a handful of Stalkers at a time. He is forced back. Another Immortal arrives. GG gets called, and MaxPax takes a lead in this series. GG. See, when it comes to Phoenix Wars, if you don't make Phoenixes, then you die. I appreciate that herO, he was trying to go for like an alternate route. He stayed on 1 Stargate, he went for DTs, got scouted, went for Blink Stalkers. But it is really difficult to kind of divert away from Phoenixes in this situation. Oh, let's go! The sleeves are being rolled up. The military man, the military Protoss is coming out. Oh, herO. Mate. The sleeves are up, the gloves are off, the pants are down. He's ready to game. Oh my god. herO, calm down, Papi, calm down. He's looking for a fight. He's coming in. He's coming in strong. I mean, to be fair, MaxPax 1 game. MaxPax only needs 1 more game here to make it into the next round, to knock down herO and move on to the upper bracket semifinals. It's all on the line. herO taking it seriously. Taking off the weighted clothing. Oh. Oh my god. What do you mean, Corey? What do you mean? Do you not agree, Kuro? What are you talking about? What are you saying?
Why would you take off your pants for a fight?
Because they're weighing you down, Kuro. It's weighing you down. You know? You need to be as light on your feet as possible. They're weighted pants.
Yeah, I mean, they prevent your movement, right?
They do. They restrict your movement. Yeah. It's just physics. What do you want from me? Let's go. See, the chat knows. They haven't even caught up, and they're talking about the weighted clothing. They know, Barbie. It's just slowing herO down. Take it off. Really, that's the secret. That's why MaxPax doesn't have his camera on. He's not allowed. As in the bottom right hand corner, we do have herO, and in the top left, we have the Danish Protoss player. It is MaxPax. I think we cracked the code. That makes sense, actually. The real reason
actually makes so much sense.
The real reason why MaxPax doesn't have cams, really, he does have his cam on. It's on Zoom and production. They have to censor him. They have to keep it off, Papi. Otherwise the stream goes down. Oh no, not like this. We have cracked the code. I can't believe no one's thought of this, by the way. It makes sense. It does make perfect sense. I do not accept any other logical conclusion. As we get into this. See, the chat, they know. They know, Papi, they know. That's why he's so fast. That's why he's so quick. Oh. And here we go. We're getting into our next game. Now we can finally see something other than Phoenix 3 Phoenix. I should talk about this. We are on Gressman, the first map in this series that doesn't have a ramp coming into the natural. What does that mean? That means 2 gate openers. 2 gate openers are now on the table, and herO goes for it. He's going for a 2 gate opener back at home, and this could lead into a 1-base all-in. This could also make sense as to why herO would take it all off here. If he wants to all-in, nothing can slow him down. Meanwhile, MaxPax is doing MaxPax things. He's going for a gate expand. Now, for those wondering if you're not familiar with MaxPax's PvP, he is one of the few Protoss players that on maps with no ramp into the natural, he is willing to go for gate expands. He's willing to expose himself on some of these maps where it isn't safe to do so because he feels so confident in his ability to defend against a 1-base all-in. So MaxPax, he's throwing down the tower, not the tower, he's really laying down a challenge here to herO. He's like, mate, I'm going for a gate expand. What are you going to do about it? And herO, I mean, he already took his pants off, Papi. He's ready to go. We have a robo on the map. It's time for a 1-base all-in. herO is going all in here on 1 base. MaxPax reads him like a book, and he's going... Oh, no, sorry, never mind. My apologies. Okay, wind it all back. So MaxPax is going for a safety robo opener. I got mixed up by the production. I thought herO was going for a proxy robo. That's a proxy Stargate. So this is not all in. herO is going for a more economic opener. herO should be looking to expand. This proxy Stargate is for Phoenixes. Interest. I was not expecting Phoenixes from herO. Okay, as he does get found. MaxPax, he does come across the proxy, and he does see the Phoenixes on the way. herO is expanding behind this. Okay, so we have a longer game. We have a much longer game here. Again, I apologize. I thought herO was the one making the robo. I thought it was a proxy robo. It's a Stargate. It's fine. It's all good. So, yeah, MaxPax is just going to be ahead. Basically, MaxPax, he goes for an economic opener, and herO is going to be going for a later expansion instead. This proxy Stargate, ideally for herO, was designed to try to close the gap when it comes to supply, but when it comes to the economy, but I don't think that is to be the case. herO does have map control. That's what these Phoenixes provide him. He's going to be able to shut down the Adept, shut down the Probe. But MaxPax is throwing down 2 more gateways behind this. With that fast robo, here we go. MaxPax is going to be the aggressor. So MaxPax, he has a a warp prism on the way and 3 gateways. So straight up, MaxPax has better production. He has better production than his opponent. He's going to be very active on the map. But the Phoenixes have arrived and... Oh my god, they could try to catch that Warp Prism. Oh. MaxPax, he has to be careful. Probes are going to be going down. Prism has arrived, but MaxPax has to be very careful with how he maneuvers. He does have to respect those Phoenixes. Back at home, herO, he throws down his own third gateway. He's working on a Twilight Council, so is MaxPax, as MaxPax is moving out. Again, herO has to take the role of the defender, as MaxPax can warp in 3 Stalkers at a time, and he already has a high Stalker count. He hasn't been wasting resources on Phoenixes like herO has. Now, of course, the Phoenixes, they can influence this fight. They can focus down the Prism. They can crowd control some of these Stalkers. Ooh, rough positioning, though. One Phoenix almost goes down. Shield battery still on the way. Natural base is looking exposed. herO's in some trouble. He is in a lot of trouble right now. We can see the army coming together. The boys are being pulled. The Phoenixes, they collapse on the Warp Prism. He's going for the Stalkers. He does get one. Does manage to shut down one of those Stalkers. The Phoenixes are under threat. Reinforcements are coming in. It looks like herO is barely going to be able to hold on. But he did lose a lot of mining time. Oh, but he does survive. Does hold on. Meanwhile, it looks like 5 probes did go down across the map as well, so economic damage was done. And MaxPax is doubling down. He's going for a Dark Shrine. Interesting choice. Now, herO doesn't have a defensive robo. He does have access to oracles, though, so he will be able to have access to detection. Not the most reliable form of detection, but detection nonetheless. So he will be able to use Revelations. Oracles are moving out. MaxPax moving in here, just distracting the army here at the natural. Prism slips into the main. We have Adepts in the main base. They can one-shot workers. Oh boy. And they do shade into that mineral line. 3 probes already going to be going down in the main base of herO. Could have been worse. Definitely could have been worse. As the Adepts do get shut down, the Stargate goes down. That means what you see is what you get. We only have a handful of oracles. Revelation. Did it see the Dark Shrine? It looks like it does. Where's the Robo? there it is. Okay. A late reaction. Robo just now starts for herO, but here come the DTs on the front lines with that Warp Prism. And I'm concerned that he just doesn't have detection in time. Okay, the Oracle does race back home as well. I think we will have 1 Revelation. Oh, DT does arrive. A lot of probes are going down. Revelation doesn't just catch the DT, also catches the Observer. Very nicely done. We have another DT in the main base. Oh, we need a little bit more time. There we go. We have enough for another Revelation. But 9 probes have gone down. And the DTs, they just don't stop coming. And this may just be it. This may be the end of the series. 12 probes and counting. 13, 14 workers. herO, he's down almost 20 workers compared to his opponent. Observer is on the way. We're still relying on nothing but Revelations. And it's just becoming too much. 17 probes. MaxPax, he doesn't just have a worker lead. He also has a standing army as well. He's working on Blink, working on +1. The 1 DT is still alive. Finally gets shut down. And herO is hurting. herO is on the back foot. Yeah, things are not looking good for our Korean Protoss player. Now, how do we come back in this game? We can go for, I was going to say DTs. Now would be not a good time. DTs would not work here, especially with MaxPax already having observers on the field. Something like rushing into Disruptors could work. Otherwise, just committing to Mass Blink Stalkers, hoping to outposition your opponent. That could be another way back into this game. We'll see what herO goes for. Yeah, he's just committing to Mass Blink Stalker. I mean, herO has arguably the best Blink Stalker micro in the world. He dives on forward. He gets the shield battery. He gets the overcharge. But does he have enough? Because MaxPax, he's ahead in the army supply. He has the defender's advantage. He warps in more Stalkers. He has an Immortal coming out, and it looks like it's too much. herO knows it. You can see him shake his head on the cameras. The DTs were insane. Oof. And herO knows that he cannot break this position. Not anymore. It's not going to happen. It's not going to work. Not with cannons, shield batteries, immortals, the high ground. There's so much working against herO here. He takes out the immortal. GG gets called, and MaxPax is going to pull it off. He is going to take the game and the series 3-1. GG, well played. The foreigners coming out strong. I say the foreigners. Clem, MaxPax, and Björn looking powerful here. And MaxPax asserting himself in this PvP. herO being a little bit cheeky early on in the series. Not quite respecting MaxPax enough. And here on Gressfan as well, he was unable to punish MaxPax's economic opener either. MaxPax was just one step ahead throughout the game. And with that, MaxPax advances on to the upper bracket finals. We're going to be going on a short break. When we return, we will have our final best of 5 of the night. It's going to be Cure versus Ragnarok in our final TVZ. See you soon.